KreekCraft, Roblox's most popular YouTuber, is currently involved in some massive drama right now involving the biggest Roblox event of all time, where he is currently getting a lot of hate for something that he did and some current situations that are going on. And so in this video, I'm going to be explaining exactly what is happening and inform you guys on this entire situation. But real quick, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you guys want to stay notified when things like this happen. I will keep you guys updated on all the drama and news. But either way, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So basically, for context, there is an event currently going on Roblox called The Hunt. In this event, there is a massive grand prize of 1 million United States dollars, which is an insane amount of money, life-changing amounts of money. And basically in this event, you have to do a bunch of different quests across many different games to win the event. This involves you doing many puzzles and quests inside the most popular games on Roblox to try to become the #1 winner of this whole entire event. Right now, as the event is going on, there is currently massive drama circulating around KreekCraft for something that he did on a live stream. However, this drama originally stems from one of the games that is in this massive event called Gunfight. Now, you may have never heard of this game, or if you've been playing this event, you may know exactly why this drama is happening right now. However, for those who don't know, Gunfight is basically a game where one player is a zombie at the start of the round and all the other people are humans, and the zombie has to try to infect all the humans, and the humans have to try to survive the whole round without getting infected. Now, this is a very popular game concept. The game is extremely successful. As I mentioned, 50 million visits on this game, which is insane, and this game is actually also involved in the Hunt Mega Edition event. Now, the quest for this game is where most of the controversy comes from. The developers seemingly added an extremely challenging quest that has brought them a ton of controversy, which I will be explaining right now, because this game is one of the reasons that KreekCraft is involved in so much drama at the moment, and this is something to do with the quest that is in this game for the Hunt event. Now, the quest in this game may seem like it is very easy at first. However, as you start to play it, you realize how challenging it is. Here's a clip of KreekCraft explaining how this quest works and why it is so challenging.
And in order to get the mega token in this game, you had to find some goggles that were hidden around a map, and then these goggles would put letters above players' heads. You had to use these letters to spell out the word Mega Hunt. What you would do is you would attack a player that had a letter, and then that would give you that letter. And you had to do it in order, so you had to go MEGAHUNT. All the letters were random, right? So sometimes you'd need a letter and, well, it wouldn't be there. But on top of that, at least for me, I don't know if this was a bug or not, but if the game ended and another game began, then it reset all of your progress, which means you had to do all of this in one game.
So yeah, KreekCraft explained it very well right here. That is what the event was. It was extremely complicated, challenging. I mean, dude, trying to go to people in the specific order and like a game like this with like so many different players, like it seems like it was basically impossible to do. You had to spend a ton of time on it compared to the other games, and it really seemed like the developers did not really think this update through. However, this game got so much backlash, it is absolutely insane for this event. Like literally, here's a video on screen. I have to blur it because of how horrible the words that were showing up on screen were, but this was their Discord server getting raided and spammed by people every single second due to the Hunt event. I mean, they got so much hate, is it insane? Here's some tweets on screen of people talking about the event inside this game, with people saying things like Gunfight has the worst quest out of all the mega tokens and completely ruins the entire point of the game. Gunfight devs should be banned from participating in Roblox events for the next 10 years. Gunfight makes me want to rip out my eyes. Hashtag Roblox. Why did he put a hashtag Roblox there? I gotta say, Gunfight is one of the worst games in the history of events. The owner's comments and everything is just a nightmare, I gotta say. Roblox needs to do better. So yeah, it got a ton of hate. And if you guys are wondering what this last guy's talking about, the owner's comments, well, one of the developers on this game, not the game owner, basically said something pretty annoying and pretty bad that made the drama and hate on them even worse. There are multiple things they said as they were trying to respond to this drama, with someone who I believe was a volunteer or a staff member for this game, posted in the announcement saying, "I just find it interesting how you people cry about some token instead of doing something more important with your life," which is insane. There's a lot of people who are doing this event that really need that $1 million grand prize, who are genuinely like working hard. This is like their main focus right now. I know there's people who are literally no-lifing, like going insane at how much time they're spending on these events in this game to try to be the #1 winner and get into like the top 10 at least, you know, get in and try to get like a grand prize, because $1 million is genuinely life-changing money. Roblox has never done a prize like this. The most recent thing along any sort of lines of this was the Ready Player One grand prize thing, which was this dominus, but nothing is on the same level as $1 million. And this is one of the main reasons why KreekCraft is actually getting a lot of hate right now, because very recently KreekCraft posted something saying about the Roblox drama, it's not good, and he posted this video right to his channel where he explained what the drama was in this event, and also something I haven't mentioned yet. This is one of the many sources of his drama, where basically one of the developers said that it was KreekCraft's fault why all this hate was happening and why their Discord server got raided with such horrible messages. Here's the clip from KreekCraft's video right now.
Now, I don't know if they deleted it. I can't find it anywhere. Essentially, there was some staff members saying that KreekCraft is a really big problem in the Roblox community, and all of this hate is my fault. Number one, I never condone raiding Discord servers or harassing developers or being mean or anything like that. Shoot, I don't even like mass downvoting games. But here's the thing. If I don't like something, I'm gonna say I don't like it. But I just want to make it clear going forward into the future, guys, if I don't like something, don't like raid the Discord server, don't harass the developers, don't say mean stuff. But there's a line you don't cross, and harassing people is that line.
So yeah, apparently a staff member said this. Obviously that's a little bit alleged, but I have seen like multiple people agree that this did happen, that a staff member said this, even though I do not have like photo screenshot proof since they actually privated and wiped their Discord, I believe. But yeah, that's pretty horrible. And honestly, the fact that all this drama is happening and the way that the staff team responded is pretty horrible. But KreekCraft is actually getting more and more hate for this event, because this big event is a massive thing. As I mentioned, a $1 million grand prize is life-changing money and will genuinely be a massive thing for someone. Anyone who's working on this game is doing everything they can to win, Googling things, going all on Twitter, watching YouTube live streams and stuff, and trying to be the first person to win the games. Basically, KreekCraft has actually been getting a lot of hate because of his live streams that he's been doing on the event. In these live streams, he's basically playing the games, solving the things in front of many people, and basically just giving away what the entire thing is and giving the answers to people. Now, in my opinion, his streams are not bad. Like, genuinely, I do not think his streams are bad. I think they're actually really good. They, bring communities together. But there's a good chunk of people who do think that KreekCraft actually ruins these Roblox events. Not in the way that most people are saying. Like this person right here who says, I do think that you ruin Roblox events, but not in the way you say. You have this audience of kids who copy everything you do, feed you constant information. No one is solving anything for themselves because they're just watching your stream the entire time. Everyone is always pretty much neck and neck because the information is just fed to you and then you feed it to your fans. It's just really demotivating and completely defeats the purpose of the clues and hidden stuff. And yeah, I sort of agree with what this guy's saying in a way. What I think he's saying is basically, as people give KreekCraft information, he like spreads it to the world, everyone is on that same level. Once it's been publicized on someone like KreekCraft's stream, everyone knows what the thing is, And you're literally playing against KreekCraft if you want to be in the top like 1% of players, because the majority of people are just watching KreekCraft videos because most people are just waiting for KreekCraft to figure it out and then doing the exact same he does, and many people just kind of flood these games, winning right after KreekCraft wins. In my opinion, I think KreekCraft does not deserve this hate for this event, and I actually think he's one of the better creators on this event because he's actually solving it for you guys. He's not just releasing like tutorials or just giving away the answers, he's actually live streaming solving it, which I think is a lot cooler and a lot better than making just like plain videos explaining the answers. But honestly, in my opinion, I think KreekCraft is really not in the wrong in this, because in my opinion, KreekCraft is basically doing these live streams in the way that like anyone else should. It's not really his fault that he's famous and people like copy every single thing he does, but genuinely I think it is actually pretty cool how he brings people together for these events. I mean, who knows how many players these events would have if KreekCraft wasn't involved in streaming and stuff like that. I actually think it's pretty respectable the way he does it. He honestly streams it pretty well. I don't think there's a better way that he could do it. Additionally, the fact that people were saying that it was KreekCraft's fault for the infection gunfight like raids and hate and stuff is just completely wrong. Like, that's just incorrect. In my opinion, if you're getting hate for your game like being bad, then that's kind of on you for having a bad game. However, there's a ton of harassment and like doxing and horrible things that are happening to the developers that I do not think they deserve in the slightest. Even though there is a $1 million prize, it is still just a game, and I do not believe you're forced and required to do the infection gunfight quest. Even though the developer responded badly, I do not think they deserve to be like, threatened with anything. I actually feel really bad for the developers because they're getting a ton of hate, a ton of horrible things like sent towards them. It's really horrible what people are doing to these developers. And honestly think it's pretty respectable that they have actually updated the game. They have changed how the quest works, even though there still are some people complaining about it. I believe they made it like significantly easier, which is really great and really good. But overall, this drama has been pretty dumb in my opinion. Ultimately, I just think it's important to remember that these people are humans. These developers can't be perfect, and in every event, there's always going to be a game that's like extra hard compared to the other ones. There's no reason why people should be harassing the developers. Like, it's most important that they, update the game, make it easier, and once they do that, leave them alone. Like, let the developers live their lives. They made a pretty big mistake by having the game be so hard, but overall I do not think they deserve to be harassed and hated and the game to get like thousands of dislikes and stuff like that. I personally do not think that's deserved. And as well, KreekCraft, of course, I do not think it's his fault that this game is getting so much hate, because the main reasoning for people that are saying that he's the reason why the game is getting so much hate is just because he live streamed it and he had trouble on it and he got annoyed at the game. But I do not think that's his fault. I mean, everyone else had the same experience. I think either way, if KreekCraft streamed or not, the game would be still getting a ton of hate either way. People would still not be happy with the game. People would still think it's a bad event. But either way, I do really think it's good that developers updated the game. I haven't actually fully tested, but I do believe it is like significantly easier now. And overall, guys, do not harass anyone I mentioned in this video. Send love, guys. Send respect. If something annoys you, like step away from it for a little while. Even though there's a grand prize and money is money, it still doesn't mean that you can like disrespect, harass, and say like horrible things to people, because everyone is still human. Either way, that's gonna be it. Have an amazing day and take care.